What's going on, everybody? It's Zach Conway back again with another review. Today I'm going to be talking about the new film from Mary Bronstein, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, and it stars Rose Byrne, Conan O'Brien, Christian Slater, ASAP Rocky, and Danielle McDonald. This film follows a mother who is at home with her child as her husband is away at work, and it's just a sort of like woman under the influence portrait of a woman in in motherhood. And I have to say, this is one of the most accurate portrayals I've ever seen of motherhood in a film. I think that Rose Byrne is fucking sensational in this film. I hope that she gets all of the Oscars for her work in this movie. You are in the psychology of this character from the opening frame to the last. And I think that Rose Byrne does an incredible job of keeping you in that intensity the whole time. This has been described as uncut gems for moms, and I definitely would agree with that comparison. It doesn't help that it's engineered by, well, not engineered, produced by Josh Safdie and Ronnie Bronstein. Ronnie Bronstein is married to Mary Bronstein, so it's kind of funny that maybe the Christian Slater character in this has shades of Ronnie Bronstein potentially, because this was written and directed by Mary Bronstein, his wife, like I've said. I think that her screenplay is one of my favorite scripts of the year. I hope that she gets I hope this movie gets all the nominations, if I'm being real. I have no idea if it's going to get nominated, but I hope that at least Rose Byrne gets a Best Actress nomination, because like I've said multiple times in this review, her performance work in this is unreal, and it just insanely accurate. I can't say that enough. I think that there was never a moment where I could never take my eyes off the screen for this. I was locked in from the first frame to the last. I didn't expect this movie to like almost give me a fucking panic attack, but I saw this movie at like 11 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, and I'm like, oh yeah, I had heard at Sundance, or like through Sundance and TIFF, that this had been like good, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure that Rose Byrne will be good and whatever, but like, just to be absolutely knocked on my ass in the way that I was not prepared, and I applaud the entire team here. This film is one of the most intense experiences I've ever had in a movie theater in quite a long time, and it's just due to Rose Byrne's performance and just everything going on. The sound mix as well is incredible. I heard Mary Bronstein on The Big Picture talk about how a lot of the visuals in this film were, and like a lot of the audio cues and stuff like that, were written into the script. So I'd be curious to see what the screenplay of this movie looks like. I absolutely loved it. I think that Mary Bronstein, her direction, this seems like an incredibly personal film for her, so I'm glad that she was able to get it made, and like it shows in the filmmaking and the writing and just everything. I can't say enough positive things about this movie. I don't know why I just had a weird stutter, but I loved it. I think that this film is, I've said it multiple times in this review, but it's an incredibly accurate depiction of motherhood, and I'd be very curious to see how this doubles up with Die My Love, which is out this week. I hopefully can see it this week, and maybe I'll talk about that in my review, but as of now, this is my pick for like one of the best films of the year. Like I said, I was not expecting this film to have as much of an effect on me as it did. I think that Conan O'Brien's performance as Rose Byrne's therapist as well. Comedians have always historically made great dramatic actors, and it doesn't surprise me that Conan is as good as he is in this movie. ASAP Rocky has a supporting part in this as well, and he's having a really great year. He was in the Spike Lee movie as well. He was great in that, and he's great here. Christian Slater, it's really funny to think about how Ronald Bronstein, who produced this movie with Josh Safdie, may have been the inspiration for the Christian Slater character. But like I said, I really enjoyed this film. I can't say enough positive things about it. I think that I desperately hope that Rose Byrne takes home a golden statue in March for this movie. I think that her work is just out of this world. I've said it multiple times, and I'm running the risk of repeating myself here, so I'm just going to give this movie 4.5 out of 5 on my rating scale. I honestly, it's closer to a 5 than a 4.5, but I'll who knows, maybe I'll watch it again if I ever feel the need to watch this movie again, and that's complimentary, that's not negative. But I maybe I'll move it up to a 5, but right now it's 4.5 out of 5. But I hope you enjoyed me rambling about If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, one of my favorite films of the year so far. Please like, share, and subscribe if you liked listening to me talk, and I will see you guys in the next review. Toodles.